It is an honor to be here today in Entebbe to celebrate a very special day for both Uganda and Airbus, the delivery of Uganda Airlines' first A330-900. Since its creation, the airline has established itself as a major asset for the continued development of Uganda. Today, the A330-900 marks yet another milestone for this remarkable career. We would like to salute Uganda's government for its vision and drive to build a robust and sustainable aviation industry for the country. Aviation is an industry like no other, connecting people, cultures, and businesses across continents. Uganda's government continuous investment in this sector is a demonstration of its ambition to promote trade, job creation, and skill development in the country. At Airbus, we pride ourselves to be part of Uganda's aviation journey, and on behalf of Airbus, I would like to extend our sincere appreciation for your trust and partnership. Indeed, Uganda Airlines has chosen to grow with our latest generation aircraft. The A330-900 is the perfect route opener, bringing Europe, Middle East, India, China within non-stop reach from Entebbe. The A330-900's exclusive in-flight experience and fully connected cabin will carry passengers from the whole world in the most modern and comfortable manners, showcasing the best of Uganda hospitality. But what is so special with this aircraft, with your aircraft? The A330-900 offers a unique passenger experience with the most modern cabin in the sky. It can fly non-stop for over 14 hours. This aircraft burns 25% less fuel and is environmentally sustainable with low noise.
Your Excellency, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to this historic occasion of receiving the first of the two Airbus A330-800 neo for the national airline company. Permit me, sir, to welcome you to this occasion that will kick off the activities for launch of our long-haul flights to United Kingdom, China, India, and United Arab Emirates. Your Excellency, building this new airline has not been a simple task, and no doubt that the road has had many challenges typical of an airline industry. However, as government, we have a clear sense of the direction we have designed to take in order to ensure that our new national airline is successful and does not suffer the problems of the previous national carrier. That's why we chose to launch the national carrier with brand new aircrafts as opposed to leased aircraft or old aircraft, to ensure that it is properly run and funded. The receipt of these new long-haul aircraft, Your Excellency, is another step towards achieving this and in a series of strategies aimed at ensuring that Uganda Airlines is well positioned to compete and grow in the market both regionally and internationally. Your Excellency, the revival of the national airline was born out of your strategic guidance and the NRM government's realization of the importance of air transport as an engine for sustainable economic growth and inclusive development. This airline is now driving and will drive other sectors of the economy, including tourism and trade. The revival of the national airline also has a direct link with the National Development Plan 3 and Uganda Vision 2040, which aspire to transform the country from being a predominantly peasant and low income to a competitive upper middle income status by 2040. Your Excellency, government has put in place responsive, dynamic, and conducive legal framework to support a safe, secure, and economically viable civil aviation industry in Uganda. The government of Uganda so far negotiated and concluded 47 bilateral air service agreements. As I speak, Uganda Airlines is able to operate flights to over 26 destinations, 19 regional and 7 international routes. In that short time when it has been in operation. The NRM government has heavily invested in infrastructure. Thank you, sir, for this, because this is your vision and this is your direction. And this is to spur growth of the aviation industry in Uganda. And that is seen by what is being delivered today. Your Excellency, I would also like to recognize the Pilots Association. This Pilots Association have enabled us to fish most of our pilots who have been scattered all over the world. And many of them are coming back to work home. So the Pilots Association, please stand up for recognition. Thank you very much for feeling proud to have your airline and supporting it. I won't conclude, but once again, let me thank you and all the invited guests present here today for having found time to celebrate with us this mileage. Sir, among other celebrations during this festival season, I think, sir, today's function is a Christmas gift delivered to the Ugandans and by you. Thank you very much, sir, for this gift. It's a very, very good gift.
Initially, when the Uganda Airlines had problems, I had hopes of developing a regional airline with the other countries of East Africa, or using the airlines of the sister countries. It is not clear why people don't clearly see the advantages of pooling the resources and sharing the market. It turned out that Ugandans were being inconvenienced not only by having to stop in other destinations first, which would maybe not, which is a problem, but even getting discriminatory charges, including cargo. So that's why we said, okay, if the other efforts of sharing are not working well, let's have our own. And that's how we started having this. Initially, we supported the Aga Khan to run the airline on behalf of the country. Then that one had problems. That's when we decided now to have our own airline. And when we did that, we had some other dramas. A Canadian agency for credit wanted to give us money so that we pay them. But then, I don't know why these foreigners really waste a lot of their time meddling up with our internal affairs. Then the Canadian agency said, I don't know what had happened. Something had happened, some idiotic things. These foreigners need to be helped. Oh, we cannot give you the credit because I don't know what. I can't even remember the reason. At one time, one of the agencies stopped a road project because the Chinese had impregnated a Ugandan girl. Imagine. That a girl has got pregnant now, but the road is not for the girl, the road is for the people. So I have not met my young friend, Mr. Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada recently. Corona has not allowed us to meet. But when I meet him, I will tell him that I don't like bad manners. So this credit agency, we had already done paperwork and so on. So I told our people, those fellows can go to hell. We shall pay for the aircraft ourselves, cash. So we paid for the other ones, the CGR or something. We also paid for this one. These ones. There's another one coming. Uganda is not part of that group which will dance to the tune of this one, that one, because we are too lazy to work. They do that with people who are lazy to work. For us, we are building up our own capacity, our own money. We shall have. My only problem has been bad budgeting by some of the actors. But once we sort that one out, there's nothing we cannot do. So now we have our own airline with the two legs, the regional leg, which is done by the CJR, those ones, and then this international one. The other concept we refused was that we remain regional and feed into somebody else. I said, no. I'm not going to feed into the back of anybody. I want to go to the final destination myself. I don't have to go. That one I rejected. So now we have the two legs, the regional and the international. I think the small groups here, the private sector, can do the internal, because Uganda is not such a big country. But there are some internal, Arua, Entebbe, Chisoro, Entebbe, the other one, Kidepo, Kasese. It's a bit quicker. It is maybe 1 hour and a half from Chisoro to here by air, by helicopters for sure, while by road you take many hours. So I think the internal leg for now is being filled by the private sector. But I don't know. I don't know the plans. We shall discuss the plans. Now, finally, this new airline will not only help us with the convenience for our own travelers, the diaspora. You know, I've got a lot of diaspora. They were really being inconvenienced. Then we have our own travelers. Then we have the tourists who don't have to stop here, stop there, they will come direct. Then cargo. Cargo also was a problem. We were getting discriminatory rates. A kilo of whatever it is, flowers or fruits from A pays so much. Can you imagine? And a kilo of Ugandan things pays more. This is really unchristian. This is the type of mentality I rejected here. You remember your people here, the ones with schools. They would charge children from South Sudan higher fees than the Ugandans. I said, this is criminal. Have you given up hope of going to heaven, or you? You are determined to go to Gehenna, you fellows. How can you do this? These are children studying in the same class. You say you pay more than the other one because you are South Sudanese. Because I don't like that type of thing. So apparently, this was the problem with the cargo. So now, although I haven't checked, but I'm sure there is a cargo capacity here. Is that correct? 31 tons of cargo. Oh, that's something. 21. Oh, okay. So you people of Nanasi, of Bogoya, when my family were living in Sweden, I went there from the bush. And I found them eating terrible things. They were calling bananas. That they are from Panama, from where? They are not bananas, they are something else. So we can help those people of Europe with good bananas. So kubataasa emifu. Nobody kumienvu dara. Bogoya, this Bogoya here is fantastic. So I congratulate the ministry, Mama Zuba, General Katumba, and all those involved. I want to thank our pilots because they really put pressure on us. I congratulate Ugandans for having their own airline and the staff. And I ask you to fight corruption. Don't allow corruption in the new airline. I don't want to hear a smell of corruption in the new Uganda Airlines. So I thank you, and I thank the Airbus for making a good product. We were wise not to buy the other American one. You remember the other American one? The Boeing, which has been crashing and killing people. So Katonda Jari is the one who guided us. Thank you so much. It's now my pleasure to commission the airline.